Yuri, I bet you like my poem. It's got depression on it.
Uh-huh. Well done, Josh.
Oh, she does like it.
You've definitely improved your... You guys suck ass at writing poems. You've definitely improved your writing over the course of the few days.
And all I need to do was...
depression. Do we
Right.
ever get to see what yours ended up like?
I don't know, I haven't... Hopefully... No, I don't think we do. You've definitely improved your writing over the course of these few days.
Here's my advice. Being helpful to you?
No.
Fuck.
Yeah, definitely. He lied.
I'm glad.
Bullshit.
Sharing our writing like this is low-key kind of embarrassing. It's a lot more fun and rewarding than I anticipated. I need to remember to thank Monica. Why? I think we all felt a little awkward at first. But now it seems like everyone is enjoying sharing their writing and seeing what others think, just so we can expose our feelings, and then at the end we're all going to make fun of each other because we're all little simps. I guess oh, that's you.
I guess I...
I guess I can't really disagree. I guess I can't really disagree. I was afraid this whole
Shut up!
thing...
I was afraid this whole... I was afraid this whole thing would be a chore, but it's a great way for me to spend some personal time.
Josh, I love looking into your eyes and seeing your depressed soul. The anxiety that is shooken within you. And again, your depressed soul. How beautiful is my poem by calling your soul depressed?
Oh, I've got a lot of explaining to do in the description, but it's a great way for me to spend some personal time with all the girls in the club. But it's been fun getting to know everyone in the writing. Okay, good. And I guess doing some writing myself.
Well, writing kind of sucks ass. Have you learned anything about yourself, Josh? Well, you know how I like to say that writing is a very personal way to get in touch with yourself.
I absolutely love myself so very much, full stop.
In the end, it doesn't matter if you're a good writer or a bad writer. And even my opinions are just opinions, you know? As always, I believe that most important is exploring and discovering yourself. Because apparently we don't know ourselves.
That's comforting. I'm kind of afraid of disappointing you in some way or another.
Eh? Nani? Why me?
Well, you're always sophisticated with your writing and have the most advice to share, and I think you might kill me later in the game.
Is that so?
Bruh, she hella blushing.
Yuri thinks for a good minute.
That must be terrible.
Hey?
For me to have become someone whose opinion is fearsome? How unlikable of me.
Yuri, it's not as bad as you're making it sound in your head. I just meant that I respect your opinion.
I see. I'm sorry that I always overthink and come to these sorts of conclusions. I'm just a little too used to it.
Overthinking?
Being disliked.
Yuri.
Well, I'm gonna dislike you if you keep on that pity act.
What am I saying? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to bring that up. Let's move on.
Everyone's getting sad over your fucking depression poem.
Alright, do you want to share your poem now?
Okay. Here.
Beach. Oh.
Are you fucking for real?
Thank
No, let
you.
me try that again. Beach.
I hope you've been showing your pussy tonight, babe.
A marvel millions of years in the making, where the womb of Earth chaotically beats the surface, under a clear blue sky, an expanse of bliss. But beneath grey rolling clouds and endless enigma, the easiest world to get lost in is one where everything can be found. One can only build a sand castle where the sand is wet, but where the sand is wet, the tide comes. Will it gently lick at your foundations until you give in? Or will a sudden wave send you crashing? Or will a sudden wave send you crashing down in the blink of an eye? Either way, the outcome is the same, yet we still build sandcastles. I stand where the foam wraps around my ankles, where my toes squish into the sand. The salty air is therapeutic. The breeze is gentle, yet powerful.
This is how you know you've fucked more people than she has.
I sink my toes into the ultimate boundary line, tempted by the foamy tendrils. What is this hentai?
Ah, yes, your foam is so attractive.
Turn back, and I abandon my piece to a road at the shore. Drift forward, and I return to Earth forevermore. The end!
I'm aware that the beach is kind of an insane thing to write about, especially since I made it sound horny, but I did my best to take a metaphorical approach to it.
You talked about hentai! I was talking about my favorite hentai I watched last week.
But I turned it into the beach.
Yeah, Natsuki already told me about it.
She did. She didn't say anything weird, did she? She just wanted us to write about the same topic again. I suppose to better compare the differences in our writing styles. Or though
Thought
proceed.
processes.
Anyways, it was her idea. Knowing her, it's not surprised that she would want to do anything like that. She's probably just wants to show off. It's not.
She literally repeated like 2 whole paragraphs. She's not showing off much, except she can repeat the same words.
It's not like I have a particular interest in her writing style. I just went with her request. But, well, I suppose it's not so bad to write about something simple on occasion. It can be refreshing, you know? It's good for me to calm my thoughts once in a while.
Yeah, I think I agree. Thanks for sharing. Alright,
Who should we pick?
maybe Monica is the sane one?
Hi, Josh! Have you thought about what you want to submit to perform at the festival?
Are you really asking me that question? I haven't even choose what poem I was gonna say today.
We only said goodbye with words. I died 100 times.
Well, being in this club is one thing, but performing in front of a bunch of people, I'll have to give it some more thought.
Okay, no pressure. But whatever you do, I'm sure it'll turn out great. It would also make me happy to see.
Simp.
Please no.
Let's take a look at today's poem.
I let Monica take the poem I'm holding in my hands.
It's kind of funny.
How so?
No, not the poem. The part where you added depression. I mean, it's funny how your poem and Suruki's poem has been getting...
Suruki?
Sayuri's poem has been...
I mean, it's funny how your poem...
Getting fucking more and more similar each day, cunt.
I'm surprised you're so in sync with her. I'm also a little bit jealous. Then again, you've been spending a lot more time together lately, haven't you?
She's jealous. Look at her face. I don't trust you. Well, I guess you could say that. Although we kind of grew up as best friends, I haven't been seeing as much of her this past year. But since I joined the club, we've been spending a lot of time together again.
I see. That reminds me about how Sayuri's been a little bit off today.
Yeah? Did she tell you something?
Well,
Spit it out.
Josh, you haven't been flirting with her, have you?
Well, I haven't, but the protagonist has. He's been simping on everybody. Of course not! I've been treating her like I always do.
Alright. Just making sure. Gotta show off my ass and tits a little bit so you're like me instead. I know how much you care about her. It would be terrible if something bad happened to her, so keep an eye on her.
She's about to.
Hey guys, Editing Josh here. I just want to come on here real quick to say that thought I'd record a lot more of the game because I was so interested in where it was going. And none of this ages well. Just a warning. Anyway, back to the video.
Sayuri's been acting so much happier ever since you joined the club. What could have happened all of a sudden?
Well, basically, she's upset. She didn't want to walk with... I didn't want to walk with her.
Well, never mind.
She's like, I'm sorry I asked.
This really isn't the time to be talking about this. Anyway, I'll share my poem with you, alright?
Oh, fuck.
Alright. The lady who knows everything. An old tale tells of a lady who wanders Earth, The lady who knows everything. A beautiful lady who has found every answer. All meaning, all purpose.
Are they all gay?
And all that was ever sought. And here I am, a feather. Lost adrift the sky, victim of the currents of the wind. Day after day I search. I search with little hope, knowing legends don't exist. But when all else has failed me, when all others have turned away,
We go back to... Never mind.
the legend is all that remains.
Go back to 505. Just...
Shut up. The
7.
last dim star glimmering in the twilight. What? Twilight? Till one day the wind ceases to blow. I fall, and I fall, and I fall, and fall even more. Gentle as a feather, a dry quill, expressionless. But a hand catches me between the thumb and forefinger, the hand of a beautiful lady. I look at her eyes and find no end to her gaze. The lady who knows everything knows what I am thinking. Before I can speak, she responds in a hollow voice. I have found every answer, all of which amount to nothing. There is no meaning, there is no purpose, and we seek only the impossible. I am not your legend. Your legend does not exist. And oh fuck!
Well, that got depressing.
With a breath, she blows me back. She blows me back afloat, and I pick up a gust of wind.
You know, I feel like learning and looking for answers are the sort of thing that gives life meaning. Your power makes the difference. Not to get too
Philosophical.
that fucking word or anything, but it was kind of on my mind, so that's what I wrote about.
I see. I never really put much thought into it.
In a way, it's almost paradoxical.
Paradoxical.
Because if we had all the answers, wouldn't the world start to lose its meaning?
You know, there's one thing I noticed. It seems like everyone in the club prefers writing about things that are more sad than happy.
You are surprised. I mean, if anything goes okay, we shouldn't really have anything to write about, would we? I don't know, maybe a day? Humans aren't two-dimensional creatures. I think that you'd know that better than anyone.
You mean one-dimensional?
Yeah, that. Anyways, here's Monica's writing tip for the day.
Oh god. Last time she did this, Candace, she broke the fourth wall.
Great. Are you ever too shy to share your writing because you're afraid it's not that good? It can be really disheartening to get a lukewarm response to something you put so much into. We really didn't, we just chose a couple words. But if you find other people who enjoy writing, then sharing becomes a lot easier. Because instead of telling you that your writing is good or okay or bad, they'll want to focus more on everything that went into it and the things you can work on. It's much more encouraging that way, and it will make you want to continue improving. It's almost like having your own little lecture club, don't you think?
Little lecture club.
That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Oh, we had no choice. Okay, you three. We're all done sharing our poems, right? Why don't we start figuring out... Hold on a second. Is it just me, or did you say something strange just now? Eh? Something did sound a bit unusual. That's right, you deviated from your usual catchphrase when addressing the club. Catchphrase? I don't have a catchphrase. Jeez. Why is the mood so weird today? Look, even Yuri isn't immune to it. Oh, fuck. Ew? Fucking hell.
Stagnating air is common foreshadowing that something terrible is about to— Oh, for God, do not say that in this game, Yuri. In your books, maybe. Look, the only thing different is that Sayuri isn't here. That's honestly what I'm worried about, to be honest.
It seems you're right. Sigh. Yuri always helps lighten the mood a little bit, doesn't she?
Yuri does that?
Sayori. It's almost like everyone's balance is thrown off a little when she's not around. Where the heck did she run off to anyways? I thought she just went to pee. Natsuki, please show some decency. Oh, come on.
She only said that she thought she was going for a pee.
Ah.
She actually wasn't feeling too well and went home early.
Is that so? I hope she's alright. Seriously, of all the times to not go home with her, you picked the time she's not feeling well?
What the fuck are you attacking me for? I didn't make that decision.
So much for you two being all lovey-dovey.
Oh, shut up, you dick. No! First of all, stop misunderstanding my friendship with Sayuri. And second, she's kind of been avoiding me today, so I didn't want to force it.
Oh.
That curious expression coming from Yuri, of all people?
Calm down, guys. I talked to her earlier and everything is fine.
What did she say?
Anyways, we need to figure out the rest of the festival preparation, so
You didn't ask my question!
let's decide on what everyone will be doing this weekend. I already know what I'm doing.
Watching hentai.
That's right, Natsuki will be making cupcakes. But we might need a lot of them and different flavors. Can you handle that all by yourself, Natsuki? Challenge accepted. And as for myself, I'm going to be printing and assembling all the
Poetry pamphlets.
Yep. Sayori, will you be helping me design them?
Or will be helping you.
And as for you, Yuri? Yuri, you can... Huh? Guys? Can you help me come up with something for Yuri? I'm useless.
No! Don't say that.
No, that's not it at all. You just probably break everything. You're the most talented person here, you know? Now Natsuki.
Hell,
Pouncing too.
She's a little baby. She gets angry every day of the week. Jeez, even I can tell now. I guess I never gave Sayuri enough credit, but I can tell things are even harder on you when she's not around.
That may be the case, but if I can't also be a leader on my own, then I won't grow as a person. So Yuri, you have beautiful handwriting, you know? So you should make some banners and decorations to help set the atmosphere. Atmosphere?
You got it right the first time for once.
About that. I love atmosphere. What?
Yuri's expression suddenly changes as she stares at her desk and focus and starts nodding to herself. Your mind is already racing, I see.
That's great. You'll be a wonderful help, Yuri. But anyways, that just leaves you, Josh.
Oh, fuck. The one who is true. Stop attention seeking.
Don't say that. In fact, both Natsuki and Yuri have some pretty heavy tasks to handle. It would probably go a long way if you give them a hand.
Oh shit, another choice.
You could always help me out as well. I would be really appreciative of that. So you can get murdered.
Is Monica suggesting I spend the weekend with one of my club members? How on earth are they gonna respond to a suggestion like that?
I suppose I wouldn't mind a bit of help. Well, even if you don't know how to bake, there's always some dirty work I could give to you. It's not like Monica's going to give me a choice, and you shouldn't be sitting on your butt anyways.
That's what butts are for, right? Sitting? Natsuki tries to mumble a bunch of excuses like that.
If I recall, Natsuki, you mentioned that you would like to handle the baking on your own. Josh may not like to be around if you only make him
out to be a nuisance.
So therefore, he may be more suited to assist me with decorations. Hold on, I never said that. Yes, you did. How hard could it be to make a few decorations anyway? Sounds more like you're just you're just making excuses for Josh.
Sounds more like you're just making excuses for Josh to...
What are you saying? It will be extremely meticulous work. And baking isn't?
Not really. You just make a bunch of dough and put it in cupcakes.
Just what do you think? Guys! Let's settle down for a moment. In the end, I think it's up to Josh to decide who he'd like to contribute. Besides, he hasn't really gotten the chance to spend any time with me yet, you know?
What's that supposed to mean?
So I'm sure he's interested in. You literally just said, I'm surprised as well. Sorry. I was just saying though. Jeez, can we just settle this already? Yeah. Josh, you're okay with this, right? In the end, it's up to you.
Of course.
Very well. In that case,
Everyone looks straight at me.